Before the dust, before the flame, before the stars ever learned his name. They asked him who, he said I am. Not I was, not I'll be, I am. Time lit his voice in a temporal land. Alpha and Omega in the palm of his hand. Stones in their grip, truth in his claim. Before Abraham was, I am. Ground full of questions, eyes full of fire. Genealogy pride, bloodline desire. 50 years old, they scoff and sneer, measuring eternity by a wristwatch year. But the word doesn't age, doesn't bend to the clock, doesn't rise from the dust. He spoke the rock, not becoming, not growing, not subject to time. Self-existent being in the finite lie. Moses heard him in the bush that burned. Flames stayed lit, but the leaves never turned. Same voice now globed in flesh and bone. Ancient in days with the human tone. Before the dust, before the flame, before the stars ever learned his name. They asked him who, he said I am. Not I was, not I'll be, I am. Timeless voice in the temporal land. Alpha and Omega in the palm of his hand. Stones in their grip, truth in his claim. Before Abraham was, I am. Yeah, no prefix, no suffix, no origin story, no footnote needed. To explain his glory, the verb of existence bends at his feet. Was and will be, both take a seat. Calvin said he alone truly is. All others borrow the breath that they miss. Dependent shadows, contingent clay, living off mercy, minute by day. Spurgeon thunder, God is too great to be small, too full of himself to be shaped by the fall. And here stands Christ, no echo, no proxy, claiming the name, the split sign, not Rocky. Not a prophet upgraded, not a haloed man. Whoa. But the same I am who altered the plan. Whoa. The one who was, who is, who stays, walking Jerusalem streets in Galilean days. They reached for stones, cause they knew the line. This was a metaphor, poetry, or design. This was blasphemy, unless it was true. When the rage proved, they knew what the words would do. Ego eat me, weak thunder rolls. Same self-ID that arrests the soul. When soldiers fell back in the garden night at whose simple words, I am light. Before covenants altered law and land, before promise ever shook Abraham's hand, the sun already stood eternally framed, not named by history, history named. Before the dust, before the flame, before the stars ever learned his name. They asked him who, he said I am. Not I was, not I'll be, I am. His voice in the temporal land. Alpha and Omega in the palm of his hand. Stones in the grip, truth in his claim. Before Abraham was, I am. No beginning behind him, no ending ahead. The living God, where the prophets tread. John wrote it plain, no room to amend. Jesus is God, period, end.